Hello BTS lovers. Is it really possible that within just the last 10 minutes, something so sudden unfolded that the entire public froze at the same time, wondering whether two figures who have stood side by side for years might now be drifting apart? It sounds almost unbelievable, but the tiny fragments spreading through every corner of the internet are sharpening the question, making it heavier, darker, and impossible to ignore. The world feels like it's holding its breath. Digging through timelines, clips, translations, and emotional interpretations, the whispers all point to one shocking idea. Moments ago, Taehyung appeared to distance himself from Jungkook right after an emotional statement that no one has fully understood yet. And now the ARMY, the largest, most passionate fandom in global music, is trapped in a storm of curiosity, disbelief, and uneasy questions. What exactly can happen in a span so short it feels like a blink? Why do these 10 minutes shrink into a fragile dividing line between calm and chaos? Are we witnessing the first sign of a real fracture, or are we simply staring at shadows born from too little information? This breakdown dives through every layer of emotion, public reaction, and possible explanation to uncover what these 10 minutes truly meant, if anything at all. No one predicted that a simple interaction, something that would normally pass unnoticed, would explode into a worldwide frenzy. Everything began when Jungkook spoke, his tone noticeably heavier, his posture just slightly tense. Fans watching the clip claimed his expression shifted, his eyes dipping down slowly before he said words the mic barely caught. Some insisted he murmured something like, "I don't know what else to do," while others argued the sentence was longer, filled with regret or an honesty he had held back for a long time. Then the camera cut to Taehyung. No words. Just an expression impossible to decode, steady eyes, a tightened jaw, a moment of stillness. And then, the moment that sent the entire fandom spiraling, he stepped back. Not dramatically, not in anger, but slowly. Too slowly. The kind of slow that carries weight. Was that step intentional? Was it instinct? Was it coincidence? Questions multiplied like sparks. ARMY, famous for catching even the tiniest cues, turned that small movement into thousands of theories. And like always, those theories spread faster than facts. Discussion threads exploded. Analysts, translators, and longtime fans all pulled out historical clips, moments of closeness, laughter, whispers backstage, shared glances, and quiet comfort. But just as real, there were moments of distance too, unspoken pauses, times when they seemed wrapped in different worlds, times where they stood together physically but emotionally somewhere else. Some experts say even the strongest bonds can hide unseen cracks. A relationship can look unbreakable on the surface but still have quiet tension underneath, waiting for a moment to show itself. Maybe these last 10 minutes were that moment. Or maybe they weren't. Because every camera lies a little. A step back could simply be space to breathe. A blank stare could be exhaustion, not sadness. An emotional tone could come from stress, not conflict. So why does the world suddenly feel like it's collapsing around this moment? Because humans lean into stories. And this story, true or not, feels painfully real. Imagine the silence after Jungkook's words. No music, no cheering, just stillness. A tension so thick even the camera seemed to hesitate. Taehyung looked away briefly, his gaze falling toward the floor as if searching for something he couldn't say. And then, without a word, he moved back. But moved back from what? From Jungkook? From the situation? From his own emotions? Interpretation became the battlefield. Psychologists analyzing the clip suggested that stepping back can be a protective instinct, a reaction to emotional overwhelm. But it can also mean caution, an effort not to escalate something sensitive. And in this gray middle ground, every possibility feels equally believable. Some fans cling to hope. It's nothing. Just a misunderstanding. Others fear the worst. This is the beginning of distance. And many hover in between, holding their breath, waiting for clarity that hasn't come. Hours passed, yet no explanations emerged. No posts. No smiles. No reassurance. Just silence, the kind that makes everything feel heavier. When public expectations press hard enough, even a small moment becomes a global quake. What if Jungkook's words were not a goodbye but a release of feelings buried too long? What if Taehyung stepped back not to retreat, but to stop himself from reacting emotionally? What if both were protecting each other in the only way they could at that moment? None of us know the weight they carry, the pressure, the expectations, the constant magnifying glass placed over every word and gesture. Maybe those 10 minutes weren't the end. Maybe they were the beginning of honesty. As the clip spread further, fans pieced together micro details. Did Jungkook's hand tremble slightly? Did Taehyung hesitate before stepping back? Was the silence between them heavy or simply reflective? And the questions continued. Is this a misunderstanding? A private issue accidentally caught on camera? Or something deeper? Their long friendship has always had seasons. Times of closeness. Times of distance. Times of laughter. Times when they barely interacted publicly but were still connected behind the scenes. But the spotlight now makes every small change feel enormous. Night turned into dawn, but still no update from either of them. No smile. No interaction. No message. Just a digital world waiting outside a locked door. That silence became the loudest part of the story. Some fans argued the internet was overreacting. Others believed this was a rare glimpse into something real and raw, something that had been quietly growing behind the scenes. When idealization breaks even slightly, the emotional shock is powerful. Because this moment isn't just about Jungkook and Taehyung. It's about the fear of losing something important. It's about how quickly distance can be misread as separation. It's about humanity inside fame. And until they speak, the story continues to grow. Will they clarify everything soon? Will another interaction reassure everyone? Will they stand together again and erase the fears with one smile? Or is this 10-minute moment the start of a quieter, slower shift, one the public wasn't ready to see? Right now, no one knows. Not today. Not until they themselves choose to speak. 10 minutes may seem short, but sometimes that's all it takes for a narrative to form, expand, explode, and take on a life of its own. 10 minutes can open a door to uncertainty. 10 minutes can make the world pause. And right now, we are all standing in that doorway, waiting, questioning, and feeling the weight of a moment that may or may not mean everything.